Matatus are one of the most iconic parts of Kenyan culture. They're loud, colorful, full of crazy graphics, booming music, LED lights, and for a lot of young people in Kenya, they are considered cool, almost like moving pieces of art. And as someone who loves building things, engineering systems, and designing products, I've always wanted to create my own RC Matatu. Not a toy, but something serious. Something that feels realistic, modular, customizable, and manufacturable. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I designed my own RC Matatu 1 to 10 scale from scratch. So let's dive right in. Now, from the very beginning, I knew I didn't want to design this as one single solid 3D printable object. I wanted it to feel like a real vehicle platform. So instead, I designed it as a modular RC system made up of multiple independent parts that can be assembled together, almost like a premium build kit. That meant separate body panels, separate cockpits, separate bumpers, modular wheel systems, removable tires, interchangeable parts. Basically, a Matatu platform I can build, modify, customize, repair, and eventually upgrade. Now, my favorite CAD software is Plasticity, so I opened it up and started working. I downloaded some reference Matatu images from online, traced them with Plasticity's sketch tools, and began building the bus's overall silhouette and proportions to ensure all dimensions were correct. Then, once I was satisfied with the silhouette and the overall shape, I started refining every extra detail to make it more realistic day by day. And I'm really proud of how close this ended up looking to the real Super Metro Matatus we see on the Nairobi roads every day. Once the base design was complete, I also explored multiple front and rear bumper variants to experiment with different styles and personalities for the vehicle. And I even did some cool texture painting in Blender to see how different graphics variants of the RC Matatu would look. I was loving what I was looking at. At this point, it was time to move from the digital world into the real physical world and begin printing and testing everything. For the prototype, I decided to use PLA Filament. Now, technically speaking, PETG is tougher and more heat resistant, but I personally prefer the cleaner finish and sharper detail quality you get with PLA. PETG needs a lot of humidity management to prevent a problem called stringing, which I don't like dealing with. And since this stage was mainly about engineering validation, tolerance testing, and mechanical refinement, PLA worked perfectly for what I needed at that moment. At this point, the goal wasn't mass manufacturing just yet. The goal was to prove that the platform actually works mechanically in the real world. Now, trust me, getting to this point involved a lot of iteration. This wasn't one of those projects where every single thing works perfectly on the first print. I printed multiple versions of each part, adjusted dimensions repeatedly, refined tolerances, improved fitment, repositioned screw holes multiple times, and tested assembly over and over again. This took me several weeks actually, but needless to say, that's one of the things I love most about digital manufacturing and engineering. You can identify a problem, jump back into your CAD software, improve the design, reprint the part instantly, and continuously evolve the system. 3D printing is awesome. Eventually, After enough iterations, the platform started feeling genuinely solid and refined. And one thing I really like is how modular the whole system became. For example, the cockpit is completely separate from the outer shell and slides perfectly into place. The wheels are also fully functional and rotate using real 14mm bearings for smooth movement. And the front steering wheel is already designed to work with a servo motor for realistic steering control. After all, the real fun is in the piece-by-piece assembly of a somewhat complex system. At this point, the project stopped feeling like just a prototype and started feeling like an actual, real product platform. Now, even though this version is already working mechanically, this is just the beginning. As I alluded to earlier, everything, including the wheels, was designed intentionally to be modular from day one. Right now, both the rims and tires are printed in PLA in one print, but eventually I want to print the tires separately using TPU for improved grip and realism. TPU is soft and elastic like rubber and is the perfect filament for 3D printed RC tires. I'll still use PLA for the rims though. The bumpers are also interchangeable, meaning different custom styles and upgrades can be designed and installed later. I already have several bumper variants I plan on printing, and I'll be modeling more in the future. And remember earlier when I said I want the RC to actually be useful in some way? Well, Matatus are famous for booming music. So I thought, what better way to pay homage to Kenyan Matatu culture than by creating an RC Matatu that can actually drive around while playing music. So instead of filling the passenger area entirely with seats, I intentionally designed space for a speaker system inside the body. The idea is for the RC to eventually support Bluetooth or Wi-Fi audio playback while moving around. I think that would be insane in the best possible way. Now, one thing I've learned throughout this project, throughout this journey, is that this idea is much bigger than a single RC build. What started as a personal engineering challenge slowly evolved into something that could potentially become maybe a STEM learning platform for schools, a modular maker ecosystem, a customizable RC system. And that's why I'm taking my time refining everything properly before deciding exactly how the platform will eventually be released. Because I want it to become something genuinely useful, expandable, and meaningful for makers and creators around the world. There's still a lot I want to do and improve. Like I mentioned, I want to add a drivetrain system, and I've been playing around with this spare gear drivetrain system that I'm going to share very soon. Remote control systems, software integration, and maybe even future vehicle variants. In fact, definitely future vehicle variants. But ultimately, my goal is much bigger than just building cool RC vehicles. I want to contribute to the kind of future I want to see in Kenya and the global maker community. A future where engineering, creativity, software, electronics, manufacturing, and culture all come together to create original products and experiences. So if you want to follow the journey, definitely stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're only getting started. If you want to follow the development of this platform and help shape where it goes next, I've opened a page for it on my website at mrmoneybags.net. And if you want to download the 3D printable STL and step files, it's all there. Link in the description. Until next time, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next episode.